So I lost these two trades today. I lost two trades today. And one thing I'm going to be doing for myself now is I need to be on the charts at 6 o'clock. Well, 6 to 6:15. I'm saying 6 o'clock. That way I can have time. I'm not rushing anything. I take my time to get on the charts and just really observe what's going on. Because if I had done that, I would have seen that we were making lower lows. Lower highs, and lower lows. Um, and that would have given me some sense of, okay, just be cautious of buys, right? Simple. Also, on the higher time frame too, when I looked, we kept failing to break the high for the 1 hour. So buyer sellers had more power. Now in the fibs, because we really prioritize consolidation, you're not necessarily worried too much about that, unless it breaks your fib. But you still want to be aware of, okay, in the background, it looks like sellers are making their play. So I have more backing if I take a sell versus a buy. Either way, for both sells and buys, you want to get out at the next probable area. And before I had this fib, I had a larger 5-minute fib, which wasn't a bad fib, but I'm noticing I like my trades a bit more granular and I like the 1 minute. So I'm really going to be prioritizing 1 minute fibs over any other fibs. And if there isn't a 1 minute fib, I go to another pair like MNQ, which I do like. It's my second favorite pair. And just wait, just watch the price action and label stuff out. So this helps me just being able to be like, oh, that was an indication for sell, correction, continuation. And then here, it reacted off the discount area as it made sense to do. And price, started going up. My mistake was in thinking price was going to go all the way up here. Okay. So my first trade was literally me entering somewhere here and then going up. Something else that I'm struggling with and I'm going to keep playing around with is adjusting my contract size so that I can take smaller moves and make the money I'm trying to make. So my goal is risking 125 to make $250. And it is so easy to do. However, I noticed that, one contract of gold would literally give me like $30, right? If I went the small distance. So I had to play around to figure out that 8 contracts would give me kind of what I was looking for. And I need time to do that for myself. So definitely, again, I need to be on the charts at 6 o'clock so that I can be able to do these labeling and kind of getting comfortable and obviously opening up aqua futures, or I don't use TradingView. I trade with aqua futures. They have Volumetrica. So that's what I use and use. So these are the correct trades and I can show myself. I'll show you, me, the trades that I did and what went wrong. But these are the correct trades I should have taken. So as we see here, let's say I'm on the charts at 6 o'clock, right? And I've made my analysis and so forth. And I'm like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. Price did go up and break this high. But anytime it breaks a high, it always retraces. So then I would have been like, okay, cool. Let me wait for the retracement of the 618 to take it up here. Okay, that would have been my first trade. If I were, here earlier, I probably could have been able to take this trade all the way up to the, somewhere here. At 250 would be, I wouldn't want to take it up. You could take it out all the way up here, but I could have probably gotten out here, 250, and then waited for the retest and taken that up again for another 250. So anyways, let's get into it. So I was on the charts like at 6:30. And I was rushing to get a trade in, which, again, I don't ever want to be doing that because you want to look at your chart and see it's up. So I got in and I quickly saw this, that it broke this high and that it was like bouncing off this order flow or order block. And I was like, sure, a buy is happening. Okay, let's go for it. Instead, I then was thinking, oh, shucks, let's take it all the way up to here, and completely missed the fact, take it all the way to here, but completely missed the fact, or actually, I don't think missed, I think I just ignored it, that Christ, that there were just lots of inducements or sales right in this area. Like, how many times did it reject? Okay. So, anywho's, let's start this. So, this would have been my first trade. Okay. Let's see if this will be what it needs to be. Mm. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there, but we're gonna just go with allow me to put in the paper trading. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to, I'm trying to do a, I'm not saying it's going, oh, let's just do, oh, this is supposed to be a doll. We are able to do a nice, right. Super odd. I'm usually able to just, wow. Okay, and so my stop loss is here at 125, and I want to make 250. So that's literally 350. So 250 would be right here. So nothing crazy. Stop loss makes sense. It's below the order block, nearly below. But, I'm also thinking we can go up to 380 because of those inducements there. So let us start. I'm not sure what's going on. Come on. It usually works. Let's just try this. Let's just, okay, cool. And we are at the 618. We're going to put a buy limit. And then I'm not sure why this is doing this. It is able to, okay. Okay, there we go. This is just odd. Okay, we're going to just start this again. Okay. Price is just, I don't know why this is acting up. Okay. I don't know why it's lagging, but okay. So I'm putting a sell limit. I like limit orders. Kind of lets me. Oh my, this thing really just doesn't work. It usually works. I don't know why it's not working today. I wanted to play this in real time so we can see, and I've done this several times. I don't know why it's not working right now. Okay, I'm not sure why this is acting up, but this essentially, okay, if we take it out of, okay, Let's take it out of replay. I don't know why it's acting oddly, but ultimately, yeah, you could see that we would have won this trade right here, right? It hit TP, and then look at that, it made a lower high. It made a lower high just there, so I could have had my limit order also here and taking this straight off. But let's say I didn't get it on time, but I'm seeing that we're making lower highs. I could have put my stop loss, my trade right over here. And then I could have taken it down to this area, to this 618. I know sometimes too, I get nervous about taking sells in the discount area, but considering that sellers had priority because we're making lower highs. We did make a higher low here, which made me realize, yeah, a buy is okay, but overall we were making lower highs. So that just meant sellers were just more in control than the buyers. So that was one trade there, one trade there. Maybe we could have potentially taken that and said, okay, let's keep going down. But I remember taking this trade out. I think I got it out. I got in here actually, wanting to take it up here, which is totally fine. But the thing about it is that yes, buyers did have a good push here, but price ultimately wanted to sell. Something else to probably consider is to say, let's say I missed this. We could have also, seen that, that at 50%, we can kind of, and then we think, I think it's actually the 50%. And they're like, okay, I missed that entry point, but I think I can probably get an entry point, in the 50% area. Yeah. And look at that, price actually just hit that 50% and then dropped, which is so cool. So that could have been another entry there that you could have, and also too, another thing that made sense is to look at that price. They literally lift off that. So the answers are there. That's why I love the fibs and I like trading. Like the answers are so there. You just have to be open. And if I had time to kind of make this and see what was happening, I think I would have been able to understand that sellers are in control. And also what's nice is that on trading I can play around with the contracts. I'm sure there's probably a more seamless way to do it, but playing around with the contracts here, I can quickly do it here and then go on to Volumetrica. So yeah, that is what happened today. And yeah, I will show up tomorrow at 6 a.m. And just record myself, kind of talk through what I'm seeing and take some trades.